If you are trying to buy a home in 2026 and you keep losing out on offers, you're not alone. The real estate market is still incredibly competitive, especially for those entry-level properties and affordably priced single-family homes. Today we're going to break down some things that you can do to stand out from the crowd based on the experience and the success that we're having with our buyers. Hi, I'm Elyse and I help people in Plainfield, Oswego, and the surrounding areas make great decisions about real estate. Even though inventory is slowly starting to increase, the best properties have extremely strong demand and are still going. The best properties are priced well, are in desirable locations, and are positioned in a way that is going to maximize the exposure that they get to the buyer pool. Those are the ones that are moving insanely fast right now. So how do we win in this market? Step 1, get fully prepared. Make sure that you are pre-approved, not just pre-qualified. There is a difference in those forms in what goes into having a pre-approval versus a pre-qualification, and most importantly, how those different forms are viewed by listing agents and sellers when you are writing offers. Make sure that you get the pre-approval. It takes a little bit more work, there's a little bit more documentation, and it absolutely moves the needle forward. You also want to make sure that you understand your numbers. You know what you are comfortable with in terms of a monthly payment, in terms of a commute, in terms of the work that you're going to need to put into a property, also in terms of your down payment and how much you are willing to flex. Know those things and have a solid understanding of them before you even start looking at those. Step 2, move quickly. When a property hits the market that absolutely excites you, make sure that you get in to see it ideally within the first 48 hours that it's been on the market, absolutely the first weekend it's been on the market. If a home is priced well and has a good online presence, right now we are seeing that the overwhelming majority are receiving multiple offers within the first couple days. That means that you have exactly 1 weekend to get in, evaluate if it makes sense for you, and give it your best offer possible. Number 3, understand the seller's motivation and craft your offer to fit that motivation. If your seller is very financially motivated, go in strong on price. If your seller needs flexibility and you can offer that, make sure that they know that. If your seller is looking for something very, very easy, give them an easy button. Make sure that you are removing any barriers, any hoops that they have to jump through in order to accept your offer. Step 4, have a strong strategy. It's not just about price. It's about removing questions, concerns, and surprises from the seller. So that may look like taking a home as is with an inspection, waiving your right to requests. And what this means is that if you find little items, every single home, it's going to have some challenges, right? They may be small things like a couple light switches aren't working 100%, or you've got a couple minor issues, things that you can just get a handyman in there after closing. If you are willing to waive your right to ask for those things to be repaired, you are removing one less question from the seller's viewpoint. If you are willing to give them a flexible timeline so that they can get their ducks in a row for their next move, you're going to stand out. If you are willing to work with them and remove some of the questions and concerns around an appraisal, you are going to stand out. Anything that you can do to make your offer easier to say yes to is going to move the needle forward in a multiple offer situation. Step 5, don't overlook the presentation. Make sure that your real estate agent, when they are presenting the offer, that they're calling the listing agent to ensure that they know it's coming and confirming that they received it. Make sure that the contracts are fully filled out. Again, rely on your quality real estate team to do this. They should be filling it out properly, appropriately, and completely. Make sure that everything is easy for them to open it, to absorb it, to read through the offer. That means the offer is not coming in 20 different emails and 4 different attachments. It's not having links to outside websites. Make it easy on them. Make it easy on them to evaluate your offer and say yes. Let's talk a little bit about the biggest mistakes I'm seeing buyers make right now when they're trying to secure their property. First and foremost, waiting too long. The market is moving way too fast. We do not have an opportunity to wait. Most of our buyers right now that are seeing success are seeing the home, deciding while they're still in the home, and having an offer drawn up within an hour. Some sellers don't like a lot of people coming through their home. So if you write them a strong, clean offer early on, you may get it. Others want to see what the market will do. They may wait a couple days before they respond. Still, you need to move quickly. This is not a market to sit and wait. Buyers that are getting too emotionally attached too early. Unfortunately speaking, because of the mismatch in supply and demand in favor of the sellers, a lot of our buyers are having to write offers on a couple properties before they secure one that actually works for them. Understand this. If you go in expecting that it may take a little bit of time, your experience through this stressful process is going to be a little bit better. Not understanding what the market looks like. This isn't a market where you're going in and you are aggressively negotiating. Now, if the property you want to buy has been on the market for a little while, you're going to have some wiggle room. That's a conversation that you need to have with your real estate team to understand what your options are given your situation and the specific property. But overall, most buyers are not in a position, unfortunately, to be overly aggressive in their negotiations right now. Winning in a competitive market is about preparation, strategy, and timing. Making sure that you have all of those things lined up and you are ready to go is how you are going to increase your success and, more importantly, make the experience much more enjoyable for you and your family in this already stressful process. If you're thinking about buying a home in 2026 and you want to have a conversation about strategy, our information is in the link below. Click it, fill it out, we'll be in touch.